welcome to my second podcast. Just got back from training and I thought I'd share with you how my training ride went. It was just supposed to be an easy few hours, but my average heart rate was 160, so I guess it wasn't that easy. What happened out there? Oh, the first half an hour I passed two ladies. They're about, I guess they were in their mid-40s maybe, and I thought, well, I had some business cards in my back pocket for my clothing line that I'm doing, and I thought, well, they are really my target market. And even though I didn't want to stop, well, I didn't stop, but I slowed down. And they came up beside me and I said, oh, here's a business card for my clothing line that I do. And they said, oh, you're Rochelle Gilmore. And it was very friendly, nice chit-chat. And then I said, yeah, I'm starting a clothing line, passed my card, and the lady could see she was holding up the handlebars and she was too nervous to take her hand off to take the card. And I thought that was kind of cool, so I had to put it in the back pocket for her. Stopped and chatted for a little bit, and then, yeah, I guess they would have liked to chat a little bit longer, but I still had a few hours to go, so I thought I'll take off, and off I go. But I guess the most interesting thing that happened today, I had this thing with my brake pads. So the last race I did before Bakeritz was the Noosa Grand Prix. And when I got home from the Noosa Grand Prix, I don't know if you can see my bike out there, I had carbon pads left in my bike, so I had to change the pads back to rubber pads myself when I got home, and that was quite an episode. I had to call up the Grandies and ask them, hey, how do you get these pads out? They're really tight, so I'm going to have another go today, because when I left Bakeritz, I had carbon pads in my bike, and I said to the mechanic, do you want to change the pads back? And he said, no, I think they're going to work just as good, so let's just leave the carbon pads in. But today I had this episode out on the road where it was on the inside of a car, so this was the gutter, and you know, being between a car and a gutter is probably a pretty bad place to be. You're out of control and you don't have much space. So I thought I'll let the car go, so I slowed down, and every time I slowed down a little bit, he slowed down until we're going about 10 kilometres an hour. So I thought, geez, I just get frustrated and I'll accelerate. So I accelerated past him, and I was, I guess, putting a lot of power through the pedals, and a roundabout came up, and I went to slam the brakes on at the roundabout as the car was coming around, and the brakes didn't grab because they're carbon brake pads with aluminium training wheels. So I nearly ploughed straight into this car at the roundabout. I felt so bad. But I realised that the carbon pads with the aluminium rims is not going to work. So I've just thrown my bike on the stand, and I'm going to attempt to change the pads again. And it's not, I don't know, it was supposed to be a simple task, but it wasn't easy last time. So I'm a little bit nervous about how hard it's going to be. I don't want to scratch the frame or anything. So watch me try and get the pads out, and send me a comment if there's an easier way to do it, or if I'm doing it wrong. So, let's have a go. It's a awesome way to put the GoPro on your phone. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So, selection of tools. Start with the bigger pliers. So these are the pads I've got in there that are definitely for the carbon race wheels. These are the ones I've got to put in, which I believe are the ones for the aluminium wheels, rubber ones. So I don't know if I should actually spray this with something before I try and pull them out. I don't think it's going to be very easy. Or if there's an easier way than this, or if I'm doing it right, I really don't know. Women and mechanics. Maybe it's got to be an easier way, and I reckon every time I do this I ruin the carbon pads. Yep, a disaster. Look at that, I just chewed it all up. Okay, that's not working, is it? Whoops! So funny. There's the pad down in the courtyard. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Straight out. Perhaps I do need to spray it with something before it goes in. That pad down there, I think it's ruined from the pliers. Oh, I knew it would be an episode. Okay, so this one, it's got forward written underneath it, forward that way, so that's got to be right. Okay, so I didn't probably need the pliers. Oh, how come that doesn't just slide straight past there? There's something stopping it. Seems to be a little lever thing here. I don't know if it actually is a lever. See that? That's where it stops. Past that. Let's try the other one, which went in easier. Came out easier, should I say. Yep, that's straight. Oh no. Oops. It's just always a pain in the butt, this. Hopefully I don't damage that, pull that back out. Straight in. Okay, so that one's in. Now, why didn't this one just slide in like that? Okay, it slides into that point, and why it doesn't easily go further. Why? If you know why, if you can oh, not over the balcony again. Okay, so that's forward, turn it over, that way. So, actually should just slide straight in, but get to there and it doesn't. See, that's not gone in properly. I think it has to have something to do with that little piece there. It needs to be pushed out a little bit, because that's what's stopping it from sliding straight in. Maybe I'll get this little tool here. I'll lever that out a little bit. Probably snap it off. See, that's policies to stop them coming out once they're in. Just not gone in properly. See that there? That's good. Kind of. No. Right, that's the best I can get it in there. It's in there pretty far, but it's just bulging it. Oh no, there we go. So that's in. There you go. I've successfully put 2 rear rubber brake pads in. And if you've got any ideas on how to make that an easier job, send me a message, comment on this post and let me know. But they're definitely both in there. Success. Alright. I'll switch you off now and do the front ones, and stay tuned for episode 3. Have a good day.